A very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in history, we will be learning a new lesson, that is lesson number 10, and name of the lesson is The Expansion of the Maratha Power. The 18th century is known as the century of the Marathas. In the coming chapters, we will see the achievements of the Marathas in that century. Introduction. At the beginning of the Maratha War of Independence, the Mughals were on the offensive, whereas the Marathas were on the defensive. Okay, so at the beginning of Maratha War of Independence, what happened? Mughals were on the offensive. Offensive means what, students? Attacking, route, all these things, whereas Marathas were on the defensive. Defensive, students, means protecting, safeguarding, etc. This situation, so what the situation was, that situation got reversed in the later half of the 18th century, and the Maratha power covered practically the whole of India. So what happened during the later half of the 18th century? This situation got reversed and Maratha power covered practically the whole of India. Release of Shahu Maharaj. After the death of Emperor Aurangzeb, there ensued a struggle among his sons for the throne of Delhi. Okay, students, so after the death of Emperor Aurangzeb, there ensued a struggle among his sons for the throne of Delhi. Prince Azam Shah, who was in the south, marched towards Delhi to siege the imperial throne. Prince Shahu was in his captivity. Okay, so that time Prince Azam Shah, he was in south, he marched towards Delhi to siege the imperial throne. Siege means what, students? To take hold. Okay, that time Prince Shahu was in his captivity. Azam Shah believed that if Shahu Maharaj was released, there would arise a conflict between him and Maharani Tarabai for the Gaddi of the Maratha Chhatrapati. So what Azam Shah believed those days? He believed that if Shahu Maharaj was released, because he was in his captivity, so if he is released, there would arise a conflict between him and Maharani Tarabai for the Gaddi of the Maratha Chhatrapati. Azam Shah felt that this would sap the Maratha strength. Sap means what, students? Sap means it could weaken. Okay. Azam Shah felt that this would sap the Maratha strength and therefore release Shahu Maharaj. Okay, so because of all these things, because if he is released, there would arise a conflict between him and Maharani Tarabai and it would weaken the Maratha power. So this would sap the Maratha strength. That means because of all this, Maratha power will be weakened and therefore he released Shahu Maharaj. Now see, students, what happens. Coronation of Shahu Maharaj. Immediately after his release, Shahu Maharaj marched towards Maharashtra. He was joined by some Maratha Sardars, but Maharani Tarabai did not accept his claim to the throne. Due to this, the armies of Shahu Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai fought a battle at Kher on the bank of Bhima, in which Shahu Maharaj won. Shahu Maharaj captured Satara and got himself coronated. So what it means, students? Immediately after his release, Shahu Maharaj, he marched towards Maharashtra. Along with him, there were also some Maratha Sardars. But Maharani Tarabai did not accept his claim to the throne. Because of this, armies of Shahu Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai, they fought a battle at Kher on the bank of Bhima, in which Shahu Maharaj won. Shahu Maharaj captured Satara and got himself coronated. Maharani Tarabai proclaimed her minor son Shivaji II at Chhatrapati at Panhala in 1710. This gave rise to two Maratha kingdoms at Satara and Kolhapur. So what it means, students? Maharani Tarabai proclaimed. Proclaimed means what? It means officially announce something. Okay. So Maharani Tarabai proclaimed her minor son Shivaji II at Chhatrapati at Panhala in 1710. Because of this, it gave rise to two Maratha kingdoms at Satara and Kolhapur. Things that Shahu Maharaj learned while in the Mughal captivity. As the early part of Shahu Maharaj's life was spent in the Mughal camps, he knew finer points of the Mughal and especially North Indian politics, strength and weaknesses of the Mughal, acquaintance with the influential courtiers in the Mughal court. So what it means, students? So when Shahu Maharaj was in the Mughal captivity, what all things he has learned. Okay, students. So as we knew, the early part of Shahu Maharaj's life was spent in the Mughal camps. He knew finer points of the Mughal and especially North Indian politics. He also learned about strength and weaknesses of the Mughals and acquaintance. Acquaintance means what? Contacts. Acquaintance with the influential courtiers in the Mughal court. Changes in the policy. The successors of Aurangzeb gave up the objective of restoring the Maratha power as the Mughal power was threatened by the Irani and Afghani invaders in the northwest and Rajputs, the Jats, the Rohillas and the local Pathans within India. Delhi court needed the help of the Marathas. So what it means, students? The successors of Aurangzeb, they had given up the objective of destroying the Maratha power. Why it happened? Because Mughal power was threatened by the Irani and Afghani invaders in the northwest and the Rajputs, the Jats, the Rohillas and the local Pathans within India. Delhi court needed the help of the Marathas. So the Marathas decided to protect the Mughal power and at the same time expand the Maratha rule in the north. They believed that restoring an old temple is as good as building a new one. So what Marathas decided because of this? They decided to protect the Mughal power and along with that also to expand the Maratha rule in the north. They believe that restoring means what? To renovate. Okay. So they believe that restoring an old temple is as good as building a new one. So students, let's recap of what all things we have learned in our today's video. We have learned about the introduction of this lesson. We have also learned about release of Shahu Maharaj, then coronation of Shahu Maharaj, things that Shahu Maharaj learned while in the Mughal captivity and changes in the policy. The remaining part will be shown to y'all in our next video. Till the time, students, stay safe and do watch the video once again. Thank you so much. A very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in history, we will be learning the same lesson, that is lesson number 10, and name of the lesson is the expansion of the Maratha power. Students, let's recall what all things we have learned in our previous video. We have learned about the Mughals were on the offensive, whereas the Marathas were on the defensive towards the end of the 17th century. But this situation got reversed in the later half of the 18th century and Maratha power covered practically the whole of India. We have also learned about release and coronation of Shahu Maharaj. And then we have learned about things that Shahu Maharaj learned while he was in the Mughal captivity. And in the end, we have learned about changes in the policy. Balaji Vishwanath. Shahu Maharaj made Balaji Vishwanath a Peshwa from Srivardhan in Konkan. So what Shahu Maharaj did? He made Balaji Vishwanath a Peshwa from Srivardhan in Konkan. He was competent and experienced who convinced many Sardars that Shahu Maharaj was the real heir of the Maratha Empire. What he did? He was very competent and experienced who convinced many Sardars that Shahu Maharaj was the real heir of the Maratha Empire. Kanoji Angre, chief of Maratha Navy, had taken the side of Maharani Tarabai. So on other hand, Kanoji Angre, he was the chief of Maratha Navy. So he had already taken the side of Maharani Tarabai. However, Balaji avoided the war and won Kanoji over to Shahu Maharaj's side. So what Balaji did? He avoided the war and he won Kanoji Angre, who was the chief of Maratha Navy, over to Shahu Maharaj's side. Moving ahead. Chauthai and Sardesh Mukhi writes, after the death of Aurangzeb, the Sayyid brothers Abdullah, Hassan and Hussein Ali became very influential. So after the death of Aurangzeb, what happened? Sayyid brothers Abdullah, Hassan and Hussein Ali, they became very influential. With their help, Balaji obtained sannats to collect Chauthai, 1/4 part, and Sardesh Mukhi, that is 1/10 part of the revenue from the Mughal territory in Deccan. So with their help, what happened? Balaji obtained sannats to collect Chauthai. Chauthai means what, students? It means 1/4 part of the revenue. And Sardesh Mukhi means 1/10 part of the revenue from Mughal territory in Deccan. Bazirao 1. After the death of Balaji Vishwanath, Shahu Maharaj appointed Balaji's son Bajirao I the Peshwa in 1720 CE. So after the death of Balaji Vishwanath, Shahu Maharaj, he appointed Balaji's son named Bajirao I the Peshwa in 1720 CE. He expanded the Maratha Empire during his term of 20 years. Nizam's defeat at Palkhed. The Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar appointed Nizam-ul-Mulk the Subedar of Deccan, who tried to establish his separate existence at Hyderabad. So what Mughal Empire, what he did? Mughal Empire Farrukhsiyar, he appointed Nizam-ul-Mulk, the Subedar of Deccan, who tried to establish his separate existence at Hyderabad. The emperor had given the Marathas the rights to recover Chauthai, Sardesh Mukhi from the Mughal areas. Nizam was against it. He captured some part of Pune Pargana. Bazirao decided to checkmate the Nizam. He defeated the Nizam at Palkhed near Aurangabad. So what Bazirao decided? He decided to checkmate the Nizam and he defeated him at Palkhed near Aurangabad. The Nizam accepted the Maratha right to collect Chauthai and Sardesh Mukhi. As the Mughal power had become weak, Bazirao knew that there was more scope to expand the empire towards northern side. So as the Mughal power became weak, Bazi Rao knew that there was more scope to expand the empire towards the northern side. Shahu Maharaj supported his policy. Malwa. Malwa in today's Madhya Pradesh was part of Mughal Empire. Okay, so Malwa in today's Madhya Pradesh, that was the part of Mughal Empire. Bazi Rao sent Malhar Rao Holkar, Ranoji Shinde and Udaji Pawar under the leadership of his brother Chimaji Appa to Malwa. There they strengthened the post. So whom did Baji Rao send? He sent Malhar Rao Holkar, Ranoji Shinde and Udaji Pawar under the leadership of his brother named Chimaji Appa to which place? To Malwa. There they strengthened their post. Bundelkhand. Bundelkhand means some part of today's Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, areas around Jhansi, Panna and Sagar. Okay, so Bundelkhand means what? It is some part of today's Madhya Pradesh as well as Uttar Pradesh, areas around Jhansi, Panna and Sagar. King Chhatrasal of Bundelkhand was attacked and defeated by the Mughal Subedar Muhammad Khan Bangush of Allahabad. On appeal of Chhatrasal, Baji Rao with his huge army defeated Bangush and established Maratha supremacy in Malwa and Bundelkhand. So on the appeal of King Chhatrasal, Baji Rao with his huge army, he defeated Bangush and established Maratha supremacy in both the places, that is Malwa and Bundelkhand. He demanded the Subedari of Malwa from the emperor. So what he demanded? He demanded the Subedari of which place? Of Malwa from the emperor. As the emperor declined this demand, he marched on Delhi in 1737 CE. Okay, so emperor declined his demand, so he marched on Delhi in 1737 CE. I hope students this much must be clear with everyone. Moving ahead. Do you know students, Chhatrasal wrote a letter to Baji Rao. In that he wrote, जो गत आह गजेंद्र की वह गत आई है आज, बाजी जान बुंदेल की बाजी राखो लाज. It means, my situation is like the elephant whose leg is caught by the crocodile. You are the only one who can save me. Now we will be learning about students the Battle of Bhopal. The emperor felt uneasy on account of Baji Rao's Delhi expedition. He invited the Nizam to protect Delhi. Nizam marched against Baji Rao with his huge army. Baji Rao defeated him at Bhopal. Nizam agreed to secure the Sanad of Malwa Subedari for the Marathas from the Badshah. So what it means students? Emperor felt very uneasy on account of Baji Rao's Delhi expedition. So whom he invited to protect Delhi? He invited Nizam to protect Delhi. So Nizam along with his huge army marched against Baji Rao. But Baji Rao defeated him at Bhopal. After that, Nizam agreed to secure the Sanad of Malwa Subedari for the Marathas from the Badshah. The defeat of Portuguese. The territories of Vasai and Thane on the Konkan coast were in the possession of the Portuguese. So the territories of Vasai and Thane, which is on the Konkan coast, that was in possession of whom? In the possession of Portuguese. Baji Rao sent Chimaji Appa to Vasai as the Portuguese were oppressing their subjects. Okay, so what Baji Rao did? He sent Chimaji Appa. Where he sent? He sent Chimaji Appa to Vasai because Portuguese were oppressing their subjects. That means Portuguese were oppressing their people. Chimaji Appa conquered Thane, defeated the Portuguese and secured the fort of Vasai. Death of Bazirao. Nadir Shah, the emperor of Iran, invaded India. On receiving the news of invasion by Nadir Shah, Bazirao set out for the north to defend the Mughal power. However, Nadir Shah had returned to Iran by the time Bajirao reached Burhanpur. Bazirao breathed his last at Ravelkhedi on the banks of the Narmada in April 1740. Bazirao was a great general. He had established the Maratha supremacy in the north. He had made the Marathas a formidable power in the whole of India. So students, here we have completed with the lesson. Now let's recap students what all things we have learned in our today's video. Students, let's recap now. We have learned in detail about Balaji Vishwanath, then Chauthai and Sardesh Mukhi rights. We have also learned about Bajirao I and Nizam's defeat at Palkher. We have also learned about Malwa and Bundelkhand places. After that, we have learned about Battle of Bhopal, then the defeat of Portuguese, and at the end we have learned in detail about the death of Bazirao. So I hope students it must be clear with everyone the whole lesson of the expansion of the Maratha power. I request you all students to once again watch the video and get clear your doubts. Till the time students, stay safe and thank you so much.